here eyeballing it. That's it.
Peace and prosperity be unto all his listeners watching. It's your girl Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. And this is my girl Kanisha Stewart, and we're back with another video. We're with a mukbang / chat and talk about relationships, the ins and outs, and the don'ts and do's, and what we think about relationships based on our experience and what happened in this generation of now.
And y'all, this is our second take on this.
This is our second take. The first one, boom, disappeared and no longer exists. Okay. So my take on relationship is just it's all about giving, and you want to take time to, live in the concept of giving to one another. So when you live in the abundance of giving, no matter the mistakes, the flaws, whatever goes on in a relationship, you can always grow through it and get through it together. So that's my biggest thing about relationships. You want to find somebody that you can always grow with. You want to grow as an individual, but you also want to grow together. So what is your take on relationships, Kanisha? You can talk about it this time.
My take would have to be basically like being best friends with your partner, like telling them everything, being close to them. Like when you need something, they're there. When they need something, you're there. Like a bond, a real close bond.
Right. Deep friendship, connection, bond. Somebody you can always count on and talk to, tell anything, and at any time of day. Somebody you can reach out to that will sincerely care about what you are saying and never disregard your feelings. Open-heartedly, just be sincere, because it's not many people who are very sincere and genuine about you as a person. It's not many people we get the chance to love, or there's not many times that we love in this life. There's not many people are placed in our life to love us. So when we get the opportunity to change, or this fortune to love again, or get the chance to pursue love, we should take this to the uttermost opportunity and appreciate it, because not many people get the chance, and many people have been searching many years to find the perfect one, that someone. But there's no such thing as the perfect one, because we're imperfect people. We only can work on improvement, not perfection.
But I've always heard that there's somebody for everybody.
That's true. There's somebody for everybody. Somebody especially unique just for you, the way that you are, that will love you completely how you are, no matter the mistakes that you're going to make, no matter, what you've done in your past. Somebody who will wholeheartedly love you despite all of that. That's true. There's somebody for everybody.
Because when you get a relationship, you got to start fresh.
Every relationship is a clean slate. That's true. When you start out in relationships, you got to start with a clean slate. That stuff that whoever and Jane Doe, Kane, and KK, and Willie Bob, whoever, no matter what they done, is not what this person done. So the reflection of how they done you is not what this person is going to do you. You got a whole new slate and a whole new experience with a new person. You got to think of relationships as the new coming. You got to think of relationships as this is a new start. All things new. Every day that you wake up is a new day. When you see that person, for the first time. It's a new experience every day with that person. You never know what to expect. So expect the good, but also know that it's going to have bad days, like any other relationship in life.
But trouble don't last always, baby.
Trouble never lasts always.
Trouble don't last always.
Never. So always expect the best, My biggest thing is, the best kind of love that you can ever have is the love that matures you, that helps you grow and makes you a better person. Not the love that expects you to be perfect and expects you to be this way and has these standards about how you should be and what you should be doing, and how, a relationship that has conditions, standards, that stunts and limits your growth and stops you from being the most beautiful person that you are, is not the kind of relationship you want to be in. It's very toxic. It's not healthy, it's not good for you, and it doesn't serve you great purpose, because it's only for a season and it won't last. I think the biggest thing about why relationships fail is because people they are fearful of commitment. And I get it, a lot of people have been, hurt or mistreated or abused or, raped. Even in relationships, people being raped. It's not just, random people getting snatched up and being raped at the night. people get abused and raped in their relationships at the same time. Some people get mentally abused. Some people get physically abused, spiritually. It's so many levels to abuse. And to come out of a toxic relationship and to put your hopes into something without, thinking about the totality of the consequences and the outcome that it may be with somebody else, make sure that you don't put that stuff that people put you through on another person, because everybody's not the same, okay? Every tree don't look the same, though they kind of look the same when you're driving through. But every tree is not the same. Every person's not the same. Every person's trial isn't the same. And every experience you have with people is not going to be the same. So you can't treat people like they are the same, okay? So what's your biggest don't likes in relationships?
What I don't like is when they mess up your trust. Like when you give, like, you trust them with everything in you, and then they ruin it, and then it's like, once the trust is gone, it's hard to get back. So
once the trust is gone, it's hard to get back. That's true. It's not really good to trust people, but you want to trust people to do what they're going to do. So you don't never really have trust issues. You just got issues with the person who gave you reason not to trust them. So at the end of the day, it's not really issues with other people. It's just issues with the person who gave you reason not to trust them. So the biggest thing about that is, when you lose trust in relationships, sometimes you can't move on. You can't heal the wounds that were, left there. So sometimes you got to move on and do what's best for you. And sometimes that's not always hard. Some people mentally make it up in their mind that they want to leave, but they don't physically leave just yet. It takes time to overcome things. But when you do, you make sure you decide something better for yourself next time. What's your thoughts on how you believe a relationship should be, or thing like that?
Every relationship is different. Every relationship is different.
Every relationship is different. That's true, because every person brings out different experiences, and different people bring out different sides to who you are. So yeah, that's true.
So, what was the question?
What's your thoughts on how a relationship should be?
I don't know. I just feel like y'all should be partners, like best friends. You should be able to come to that person about anything, everything.
Like a devotion type thing.
Sure.
Sure. Nigga. Somebody that is gonna be devoted to you. You don't want somebody who's for everybody. Okay. I know.
Yeah.
We got seasons in our life. We all get out there and we do some things when we are in a position of singleness, single minglingness. Everybody gets their experience in some kind of way. But I'm saying you don't want somebody who is for everybody. Okay? You don't. They say they love you, but that ain't love. Okay? That's not love. Don't let them lie to you like that. I don't know. I'm telling you.
You want to eat your corn?
Nah, you have it. And they say there's many forms of love, but not all love is healthy, baby. There's some very toxic love out there. Mm-hmm. They say all love is love. Love ain't love. If it's toxic, you can stay away from it. You can decide what kind of love you want for yourself. You can decide what's best for you. You can decide to make better decisions for yourself. But it all depends on what you want and what you're willing to go through. Because you're going to go through something with everybody. So you're just going to have to decide who you're willing to go through it for.
Who you willing to grow old with.
She said who you willing to grow old with. Who you willing to go through it
I'm
with.
trying to put you in a casket old. That's what I'm
She trying to put you in a casket old. I'm talking about, we talking about getting through things. She talking about getting old and things.
With the person, yeah.
With that person. She want to get old and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Sound like that.
If it don't work, I'm gonna put you in a casket myself.
If it don't work, she putting you in the casket. Okay? Don't talk to her.
She crazy.
She crazy. But yeah, seriously, like, the way music in these days has influenced our black homes and the mental capacity and the condition of our households with us not having father figures in the home, that I believe that this is really affecting us, because we are a product of our environment. We don't have much of a good environment, and then the world around us is not very good at producing and, you know, giving out good, valuable stuff for us to see or listen to. But you do have to choose what you listen to. But there's times in our lives where we're going to indulge into things that does not serve us purpose. We're not perfect. We're all in this life experience the same things at different times in our lives, in different chapters on a different page, doing the same stuff. We can't judge each other because we all at once experienced something before. So you got to be open-minded to knowing that the stuff that somebody may be experiencing today may be something you experienced 10, 20 years ago. You got to think about that when you judge another person, because just because you ain't walked through their shoes don't mean the stuff that they've been through ain't something you've been through, just a little different, okay? Got a little twist on it, okay? Yeah. We all go through the same thing. We all go through heartbreak. We all go through, you know, hardships with somebody or something. But the thing about it is how we overcome and who we become after we overcome those things. And the ultimate big picture about this is who you want to be. You got to decide for that for yourself. Before you can be with anybody, you got to love yourself. You got to decide who you want to be, and you can decide to commit early on, but committing late in life is not a good thing. It's not a very good character trait either. You want to be somebody who's committed. Like, I'm a devoted person, so I feel people should be committed early on, especially if they're going to pursue anything. If you're going to pursue anything in life, dreams, goals, relationships, even hoes. Okay, even hoes. If you're gonna pursue hoes, you better have hoe money, okay? Because them women expensive, okay? Women is expensive. I'm telling you. You got more than one woman. You better be balling, baby. Stop. Don't. People act like it don't come with a price. Things come with a price in this life. If you're gonna live like a stunner, you better have the pocket, the money. You better have the pockets for it. Now, people won't. My biggest thing about relationships, I don't like how people can, you know, can inconvenience your well-being at the selfish disdain of their desires or their lust or their motives. You know, people come in relationships with motives and agendas and beneficial needs, but don't come in to give what they have to offer. They come in to take and suck and leech and take all they can get and just leave you in despair and hopelessness. But you don't want to put all your faith and hope in people, you know, because they can't change nothing. They can barely change themselves. But you can put your hope, trust, and faith in God, and that's the only one that can make things change in your relationships. Because most of them ain't been on trust in God anyway, so that's why they all fall apart. They kind of like the domino effect. Crazy. Just a little bit crazy. But I enjoy love. I love love. I'm not like most people. I could be a little, you know, crazy, timid about love, but I love love. I'm a very compassionate and affectionate and devoted person. So with me, it's like, it's all or nothing for me. It's black or white. It's I'm all in or I'm not in. And if I'm about you, I'm about you. And I'm not playing about you. You know, I'm serious about who I care for. It's one thing to have somebody who loves, supports you, you know, who doesn't ridicule you, put you down, belittle you, make you feel stupid about the things you've done. Somebody who totally accepts you for your mistakes, flaws, and things that you go through in life. Somebody who's really going to be there for you. You know, somebody you always can talk to no matter what. Like somebody who's going to be there through it all. Like that's so important. Like somebody who you can see your life. If you can see your future with that person, then you're not wasting your time. But if you can't see something beyond what you're doing with this person, it's only for now. You can't see beyond now, that's all it is. The now and only the now. It's temporary. You won't you want to spend your life living in purpose, but you know, you won't always be living in purpose. You know, it was times in my life where I was not living in purpose, and it was some relationships that had no purpose and they went nowhere, okay? But they taught me a lot, and they taught me my value, they taught me my worth, but they crushed me down. They broke me up. And it made me a better woman, it made me a lot stronger, but you know, I don't want to experience that no more. I don't want to experience no pain like that no more. You know, being devoted to somebody and they not doing the same, or you know, giving your all to somebody and they, you know, they just misappreciate that. It's hard to love people when they just misappreciate what you give them or what you giving yourself. The fact that you even giving yourself, it's a selfless thing. Like the fact that you even took the opportunity to allow that person the chance, the opportunity to pursue and even have you, is a privilege in itself. People should appreciate that, because it's rare chances you get the chance to be with people that genuinely love you. If you got somebody in your life that really love you, I suggest you appreciate them while you have them, because people die every day. And yes, people change, so do not expect people to always be around. Yeah, you want to grow with people, you want them to stay around forever, but forever is a temporary terminology. We don't even live in this world forever, but they say our spirits are eternal, so we live in somewhere forever, just not here. You got anything else you want to say? Oh shit.
No, I should have brought my granny here because she would know what to do.
Your granny? Yeah, our elders, they have a lot to say about these things.
Yes, I agree. Because they've been there, done that.
Been there, done that, baby. Been there, done that. Our elders got a lot to say. My biggest thing about this generation is they keep promoting homosexuality in our music and these videos and all these social media apps and movies and cartoons for our children, and automatically teaching young boys to be not how God intended. I'm gonna be real. Be not how God intended, because we need more men being men with women, okay? Hate me, love me, I don't care. It's the truth. We all done some things I like, but let me tell you, we need more babies in this world. We need more men in the households with their children. We need more men stepping up. We need more people wanting to be what they say that they want to be. And we need people in this life being a reflection of what they want, but also just being better people. We need people to change before it's too late. You know, people wait till it no longer matters to the person they love to change. Why you want to wait till the last minute till a person about to walk out on you before you change? It don't make sense. That don't make sense. What sense that make? You about to get left and they not come back. Oh well.
We also need our children to see us being loved correctly, whether it's man or woman. You know, you want your children to grow up seeing you being loved correctly so that they can love correctly. You know, because children, they follow, they see, and then they do.
The blind can't lead the blind, baby. We want our children to see us be loved and give affection the way that we would want them to be loved and affectionate by when they have a companion or a loved one. But that is not also reciprocated in this world. It's not also taught. And because we need to learn how to have better homes for our children so they can see the love and respect of their parents. Even if you guys don't get along, they need to see some sort of mutual understanding between the two of y'all. Kids don't need to see y'all fight. Now, they need to understand that people do fight and understand what fighting is and understand what arguing is and understand what disagreeing is. But ultimately, you want to make sure that your kids see you respect each other, see you respect one another, and appreciate each other even though you guys are not together. We have many homes in this world that grow up with parents, single parents, not just single mothers but single fathers, because I guess mothers die from giving birth and other reasons. There's some deadbeat moms, but it's not a large amount, okay? I'm not gonna act like it's a large amount of deadbeat moms, but there is a lot of deadbeat moms too. So we're gonna say we need more people who are having children to take responsibility of their responsibility. It's many people out here having kids and not taking care of their kids. Okay, you can have babies all day, but if you don't plan to take care of them, what's the purpose? What's the point? Why are you doing it? You don't plan to take care of them. You over here living off welfare, knowing you can't afford them. Is that the life you want to live? I'm not judging anybody, but I feel like the people in the society in which we live can do way much better with their lives and their children, especially your children, because you can walk around here like a bummy person, but your kids shouldn't be looking bummy and you looking good. That don't make sense. Like, y'all need to care more about your kids. Like, that's a big thing. Like, I don't see why people even have kids if they don't even give a darn about kids. Like, having kids just to abuse them, having kids to just see them suffer. Like, why you bringing the world? It's already hard by yourself. You can't even take care of yourself. What you want kids for? I just want to have them young. Okay? Can you afford them? Are you going to take care of them? Are you ready? Are you going to potty train them? Are you going to do all these things and buy all these clothes for them? Are you going to step up? Like, people be wanting all this stuff but don't do nothing with the stuff they want. So, yeah. I just think people take everything in life for granted. Relationships, children, the values of things in which, you know, don't have much importance the way it should. I think you guys should take things a lot more seriously, because this is a real serious problem in the black community, but not just the black community, in the entire world. They really promote homosexuality to a point where they're teaching it to our children in cartoons. And man, like, if I wasn't so calm right now, I'd probably be pissed off. But okay, the fact that they're teaching our children how to be like that early on, without even them, they don't even understand their emotions. Why would you want to show kids that kind of crap? Like, for real. Like, I have nothing against homosexuality, but let me tell you one thing. You don't go out here teaching kids who don't really understand what emotions are about stuff that don't even make sense in their own brains just yet. Like, that stuff's sick. What you think about that?
What, homosexuality?
Them teaching it to kids early on before they even get there, they even understand their own emotions.
I don't
like,
agree with that at all.
Like, they putting in all the cartoons, like Anna and Elsa, or what, Frozen, what's that cartoon called?
Oh, I know it was in there.
They say it was in that cartoon. I ain't saying it, but they say it's in that cartoon. You can't even watch any cartoon of this generation. You gotta watch every cartoon from the 90s, because every cartoon these days got all that bull crap in it. Every app you get on, it's something promoting that crap. Like, or, you know, you got people promoting racism, and that's like something that will never end throughout the end of time. But I don't see why it's something so big. I see why it's something so big, but we such a blended race of this generation. I don't see why that's a big thing right now, but it's a big thing. People still hate the black, but I love the black, okay?
Melanin, honey.
Melanin goddess queens, okay? But yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No, I think I'm pretty much good.
Well, that's our take on that. Tell me your take on that. You guys enjoy this video. Comment down below, subscribe, follow, share, like, you know. Share this with a friend and tell somebody else about it.
Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody.